could this thing be any worse? Okay, I'm going to show you the carnage before I go back and show how I got this all apart. All these extra parts and crap from a remote start, trailer brakes, and possibly, definitely alarm. Mystery box here. Either, it's got a piezo in it, some kind of speaker. Okay, whoever installed this just cut into my wire harness and didn't use any solder, luckily. They did it with electrical tape, but there's going to be a lot of repair to my wire harness here. I just know that already, because once I take this electrical tape off, you'll see the wires will all short on each other unless I insulate them again. So, looking now, my wire harness is somewhat back to normal. But you can see in these little spots, this is really bad over here by the ignition. I'm going to need a lot of electrical tape, and I have to resolder some of these wires because some were cut altogether. And this is what I got out of here. Trailer brakes, wire harness, going all the way back to the back. No comment on that. Something inside. This guy here has 11 wire harnesses plugged into him. Ridiculous. And this rat's nest of wires. Can you imagine who installed this? It's like, what the heck? And it was all just shoved up under there. Look at all these connectors here. Just for one box. This thing was not plug and play one bit. I've taken an alarm system out before, and all I had to do was unplug a harness from the box like this, unplug the stock harness from it, and then plug it back in where it should go, and that was it. This thing was crazy. And then look at these huge wires. The guy said he was using and taking power off the battery and going and using an inverter inside the front passenger. There's speaker wires that were connected up to this VHS player. I just cut that stuff out, man. I don't. The DVD player, not VHS, DVD. We'll see if it works later. Probably won't anymore now. They cut all those wires. Okay, so that was the LED up there I was showing you. Now I'm showing you, these are the wire harnesses that connect to that dash piece that goes right there. And I'm trying to just peek back in here. What is that thing? A little connector right there, a little PCB in there. I'll have to see if that's stock or not. It looks stock. I'm not sure what it is. Radio, glove box, taken out to get to more of those wires, get that crap out. I want to clean these. That was the whole point of starting this, but as usual on this FJ, I just found more and more to go into. There's the seam there where the evaporator and heater core box starts. You'd have to get the whole dash out, I'm pretty sure, to get to it. And there's just these massive connectors in here with this wire harness. Pretty cool, pretty crazy. Lots to think about. Here's the extra parts held from the dash. There's some more wires. Get rid of these things. Get out of here. So that was connected to the DVD player above. So here's the dash piece, if anyone's wondering. This actually came out quite easily. Wherever you see those pink clips, those are pull-out. They're kind of spring-loaded, and you can just pop them right out. You don't need a screwdriver or anything. At the bottom, I think there was a couple screws or bolts under here. And as you pull out more pieces, there's more. See, that will allow you to pull the whole dash off. This whole molded piece goes all the way and wraps over the top. There's the gauges you can get out now. And up here, there was some more. I think you remove these and remove this kind of box, and you're able to get down and get that, unplug the odometer and so forth, or the gauges, and pull it out. So you might have to replace it. These are the tools I used. For the whole job, all I needed was a 10mm socket, a little screwdriver, some cutters because all those extra wires, and Phillips screwdriver. So after getting the center console out, this piece popped out, and there's a ton of wire harnesses all connected in the back. For the glove box, it's normal. You just push it in to pull it down, and then it hooks on here to the plastic. Just pulled right off of there for me. That little shock absorber thing, dampener for opening, closing. And as you pull off more pieces, there's more little bolts to take out to make your way through and to get in to access some of this stuff. And it's just something a guy screwed on, or I mean, zip tied on more of these wires, and a big wire there, big gauge wire to go to an inverter. So first, you can kind of pop. There's a little screw on the bottom of these, and then you can pull them up from below. Pops and kind of curves up. That's easy. Just 2 of those. If you're taking out the radio, that is. Just all you want to do is the radio. Then you can unbolt this guy. A couple bolts there, maybe 3 or 4, and then pull those off of the back of that plate. Those are go to the servos for the HVAC, and then 4 bolts for this radio. And this is aftermarket, which I will be replacing with the stock radio. All that's crap here. I'm sure that DVD player was hooked down into the audio here, out into the speakers. I'll find another way, or get another one, or replace it with the dome light and so forth. This guy came out. There's 3 screws or bolts along the top there. Right, see one right there, one on the side there, and the other. And as I pulled this down, I discovered another mouse house. Perfect. It's like, but boy, did I get lucky. This little mouse here did not chew any of my wires, at least none that I've found yet. So I will take a really careful look at that. And if you pop this little guy, you push in on him here on the right, under the fancy circly trim piece. You can pull this up. I had a little difficulty because I didn't know at first. You give it a nice hard pull. See the pink clips? Just 1 screw, and then you can pull that straight up. Excuse me, it wasn't a screw, it was a little pop tab. You got to pull both. Get your hand on both top and bottom, those nice round grips, and you can pull the whole thing out. And that's how the vent works. And I'll be cleaning out this guy and further down into the evaporator core. You can pull that little side piece off if you needed to, if you're going. And then finally, let's just show you the cabin air filter. Disgusting.